Hello and welcome back to Young Reads. We're going to start A Free Woman on God's Earth by Jana Lays and Anne Elizabeth Barnes. And it's autographed. I haven't met the person. I found this at a bookstore in Chatham, New York, and the ones there were already autographed. So this is about the true story of Elizabeth Freeman, the slave who won her freedom. Okay, so prologue, 1751. On a cool spring morning in the month of May, a horse and a cart clip-clopped along the dirt roads with the quiet little town of Sheffield in the Berkshire Hills of Massachusetts. The horse slowed as she spied a small, delicate grass along the roadside. Her lips quivering, ready to taste the sweet clover. The driver pulled up her head harshly. "Get on," the man yelled, clucking his tongue for the horse to move. The horse obeyed her master and hurried on. In the cart were gifts. Gifts for Colonel John Ashley and his family. They were from Mrs. Ashley's father, Peter Hoogboom, a wealthy Dutch merchant from the nearby town of Claverack in the state of New York. There were household goods for the kitchen, furniture for the parlor, 2 woolen rugs, and 3 people, 1 man, 1 woman, and 1 child. They were slaves. A slave was a person who did not get paid for work and was forced to do whatever they were told. Slaves were bought and sold, owned by another person like an ox or a table. Men, women, even children were slaves. They had no rights. They could not give their opinion, nor they were free to make decisions on their own. They had to obey their master and mistress in all things. These 3 sat quietly in the back of the wagon, struck uncomfortably between chairs. And dishes. The child, a 7-year-old girl, sat sobbing, holding tightly to the woman who was not her mother. Her other hand clutched the flower shawl that her own mother had given her before they took her away. It was wet with tears. She thought about her dear mother and the conversation they had only a few hours before. "Here, my sweet child, wrap this shawl around your shoulders," the girl's mother had said, putting the shawl over her and putting her close. "And this red petticoat, and put it under your This says shift, but I'm going to presume they mean shirt. "Why, Mama, where am I going?" she recalled, asking fearfully to know. Her mother had taken her into her arms and held her tightly. Listen to me, child, listen." She nodded quickly, her eyes with fear. "You're going on a trip with Sel and John. I'm not sure where, but I believe we're going all the way to Massachusetts." She paused, and then, holding back her tears, tightening her grip on her daughter, she said slowly, "You won't be coming back." The little girl in the cart squeezed her eyes shut as she remembered what came next. Her mother had spoken their familiar Dutch dialect. "Don't be afraid, my dear one. Carry me with me in your heart. Call for me when you feel afraid, and I will come in spirit." She had begun to tremble. What was happening? Why must she leave her family? She put her small arms around her mother's waist. "Oh, Mama, please, I don't want to go. Please, Mama, can't you do something?" But her mother only held her tighter, shaking her head back and forth. "Oh, child, Master Hoogboom is giving you to his daughter as a gift." She let go of a sob. "I cannot stop this." She handed her daughter another piece of clothing, a cap for her head, and a small leather bag. "Don't forget what I taught you. Keep yourself healthy with herbs in the sack. Remember to look at the evening star every night, and I will be there with you." The little girl was stunned. She began to weep uncontrollably, hanging out to her mother's skirt. The 2 held each other as Sela came up the path with a grim look on her face. She unfolded the 2 of them in her own embrace, and then, looking into the distraught mother's eyes, took the child from her and carried her to the waiting cart. The older slave had hold tightly as the small child struggled to run back to her mother. Just as Sela was about to place her in the cart, the girl saw her father hurrying up the road from the barley field. Her heart leapt with hope as she escaped from Sela's grass. Oh, Papa, Papa, they're sending me away. Can't you do something? Her father, breathing hard, folded her into his big, strong arms and held her close for several long moments. Setting her down, he took her face into his trembling hands and looked deeply in her eyes. His own were filled with anguish. You must go, daughter, but I will be coming by the end of August to pick up the harvest from Master Ashley. I will see you then. But, Papa, why must I go? Why can't I stay here? We are slaves. You know I cannot stop the master. She looked away, unable to meet her father's eyes. How could they let her go? The little girl looked straight ahead as the cart rumbled along. She hiccuped up and tightened her grip on Stella's hand. Stella put her arm around her. Oh, child, I will keep your mother and father in my heart, too, and we can tell each other our loveliest thoughts. The little girl straightened her shoulders. She knew how to put on a brave face. Hadn't she done that many times before the mistress Hogeboom had threatened her with punishment? She smoothed out her dress and saw the red petticoat sticking out from underneath. She sighed, letting fresh tears escape, and wrapped her shawl more tightly around her. She had always kept her treasures her mother had given her. She looked steadfastly ahead as the cart rumbled along the Albany pike towards her new home. The little girl in the cart was called Bet. This is her story. And that's the end of that chapter. See you later.